You know them times where you just are about to lose your shit? You don't know how to control it and it's just like building up, building up, building up. Well, trust me, I've been there. I was a very angry person for a long time. I mean for like 2 years. And I had to figure out how to naturally calm myself down so I didn't lose my shit. I'm here to talk you off a ledge. You're looking for any reason not to lose your shit. You're trying to find a way to stay calm, be a nice person, and hey, you don't want to blow nothing up. So let me help you through it, okay? If you don't know me, my name is Chris. I am a 33-year-old lady. I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Houston. I moved to Los Angeles when I was 23. That is like 10 years ago. I was a server. That means I had to deal with a lot of customers, a lot of customer service. And I had to go, yeah, no problem. yeah, I'll be right back. Instead of like, what the? I get it. You're angry, you're upset. You want to throw something out the window maybe. Could be your phone. I don't know. Anger is an emotion I'm very familiar with. Like I said before, I was angry a long time. This was stemming from me actually being engaged with this gentleman, use that word loosely, who was angry all the time himself. We would argue all the time. There was never positivity. I was always yelling at him, bickering at him. Stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing this. Man, it was frustrating. Then it got to a point where he was verbally abusive, emotionally abusive. All this stuff just piled up. I was engaged to be married to this person. Finally, he took it to a physical level, and from there, that's where my anger began. From the day that happened, I moved to Los Angeles, and I decided that I was going to run away from this person, never be with him again, never see him again. But that's not the only thing. I had to carry all those emotions, all those feelings, all those things that I didn't deal with. I kept them bottled inside, and from there, I went crazy on people. I went crazy on people a lot. If somebody yelled at my sister, I would step in and be like, you know what? Or if somebody beeped at me, I would be like, you know what? You know, angry. I just wanted to get it out. I wanted to attack whoever I could. I wanted to release that anger somehow. And I felt that the world hated me. Everything that I saw for myself went down the drain. Like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I hate it here, okay? That's where I was. So naturally, I was snapping at folk. I was doing mean things to people. It wasn't until I saw myself on this video yelling at somebody and I was like, you look stupid. You look real stupid. You need to get this under control because you look crazy. So from that moment, I was like, wow, you know, there's really something wrong with me. This is a deeper issue. When we get angry, there is a deeper issue. Unfortunately, it's not always the other person. It could be, they could irritate you, but there are ways to talk to that other person to be like, hey, you know, I didn't appreciate that you did this. Now, I will say I turned my anger into sarcasm. So the way that I deal with people now, I'm very sarcastic, which might frustrate them. And that part, I would rather be sarcastic than angry. But I do talk to people. I'm very kind. I'm very like calm and collected. I rarely ever get out of my peace bubble. We'll call it a peace bubble. So I never get out of my peace bubble because I want to be peaceful. That's my aim. I want to be peaceful. I want peace. I don't want to walk around upset. I don't want to bring any negativity to my life. I like it in here. It's bright. It's happy. It's beautiful. There's greenery. There's just positivity here. Even outside, this is my home in my head, and I want to carry this outside with me. So I make a choice. Hey, what do I want? I want to be peaceful, right? In that moment, if someone's making me angry, if something made me angry, if I'm just so fucking frustrated that I'm like, I want to scream, I scream. Number one, I scream. If I'm by myself, if I'm in my house, I'll scream. And then I'll feel stupid for it. And I'll be like, okay, you got that out, now what? So I scream, I let whatever that is out. So go ahead, if you are feeling frustrated, if you are feeling like, listen, I'm about to jump off my couch and land on my floor. If you're feeling like this, let out a scream. If you feel any emotion, any rage, if you're by yourself and don't scare your family and friends, scream, let it out. that is a release. And this is like a work in progress. It's not gonna happen right now. Over time, I had to learn methods of how I was going to deal with my anger, deal with my outbursts, not lose my shit. Okay, I'll tell you some stories about when I was angry and how I reacted. I was driving in this uppity neighborhood in Houston, Texas, and this lady, I guess she was upset at me for driving too fast, which I do drive fast. I get it. I wasn't aware that I was harming her because literally she was behind me. What she was doing was speeding, because I was speeding, and on my butt, on my tail, and flashing her lights. So eventually, I was like, well, what is wrong with this lady? Because she was trying to like ram my car. So I got out my car and I'm like, what's the problem? And she said, get back in the car, you Let me tell you how I just blacked out. I don't know. I heard that and I was like, wow. So when I came to, I was at her window and her window was rolled up. And this is what I'm talking about. Anger will literally make you unaware of what you're doing. And then when you come to, you could have done something crazy. So in that moment, it's very important to stop yourself. Stop. Breathe. And if that breath don't work, try it again. And then I noticed that whenever I took deep breaths like that, I would want to cry instead. My anger turned into sadness, and that's when I figured out, ding, this is coming from somewhere else. This is not coming from this situation. There is something deeper that you haven't even touched on yet. You haven't even felt the need to confront, and you need to confront it. Because if you start to confront that, then you're gonna be like, oh, here's this elephant that I should be not chipping, that is so bad. But here's this elephant I need to deal with in this room. Because I'm literally bringing this elephant with me in every situation. And this shouldn't make me so angry. Some things do make you very angry. It's just how you deal with it. But if you feel like you're gonna lose your shit over something minuscule, something small, something that you can deal with, handle in a different manner, there is always 100%, okay, 99.9%, something there that is deeper than what's actually going on. So that's why I do deep dives all the time, to just do a check-in with myself. Like, how are you dealing with this? How are you doing this? How are you manifesting your life in front of you? Are you being negative a lot? Are you being rude? Like, if you catch yourself doing something like, am I being rude? How can I change this? Like, deep diving is always a nice check-in with yourself, so that, you know, you're always making sure that you are at the place that you need to be at to serve other people. That's what we're here on this earth for, to serve other people. Even if it's not literally like, here, you could just be like, and you served somebody a happy moment. You know what I'm saying? So just breathe, you know, in that moment of anger, when it comes to you, because there have been situations where I'll feel that my anger is literally like, we gonna do this? That's, my anger likes to be there. It's just like, I'm very aggressive and very, like, you know, passionate about what I'm talking about. So naturally, anger goes hand in hand. This is like the perfect match, because I'm naturally like this type of person when I'm explaining things or doing things. So add anger, perfect match. So in the moment, I really think you should always practice this. If anything is frustrating you or making you feel unhappy, take a minute. It's okay. Just, obviously, if you're in a dangerous situation, don't do this. For example, say a stranger walked up to you and said something like, you fucking suck. And then you're just like, okay. So another story, I was driving to a coffee shop, and this is like far after I've done all the self-work. Driving to a coffee shop, there's a gentleman, I use the term loosely, driving behind me on a scooter, going so fast, I slow down to make my turn, he gets upset at me. And I'm like, what did do this at? I'm sorry, what? So he slams on his scooter brakes, and then he's like, then he zooms around, he's like, no, whatever he's doing. And then I like toot my little horn because I'm like, boy, because you know I gotta get in a word. I'm a Taurus. I gotta say something. So I said, toot. He said, his little scooter brakes. Then he turned around. Ooh, and I was waiting. I was like, what he gonna say to me? What he gonna do? So I rolled down the window. This is what I'm saying, because my anger has subsided and I'm more sarcastic. So I rolled the window down. I'm waiting. I got my taser in case something happened. I crack my window and he just gets to my window and he goes, fuck you, you pair of cunts. My friend was in the car and I said, really? That's all you got? And he said, yeah. And then zoomed up. Who looks dumber, him or me? Him. Anger makes you look stupid, okay? I'm just gonna put it like that. It makes you look stupid. Stop it. Okay, next. Now, I forgot what I was saying before that story. But yeah, you have to dig deep. You have to understand that it's coming from somewhere deeper. Stop, take a deep breath, relax. You know, just think of all the positive things in that situation. Like my mom is pissing me off, or my dad is pissing me off and I just want to scream at him. But let me just think how grateful I am in this moment that, you know, I have a mom. I don't know, it could be the smallest things. But also you want to take care of people you love. You want to do things in love. I love my mom. I love my dad. So I'm gonna, by the way, I don't have a dad, but I love my dad. So I'm gonna make sure that I treat him with care. It's even in this moment where I feel like I want to scream at him or be mean to him. I want to take care of his heart. I want to make sure that he knows I love him, but I'm gonna still tell you about yourself. So there are level-headed ways to deal with anger. You don't always have to be, you look stupid. Now, don't lose your shit, because you have so many things to worry about if you lose your shit. I mean, your insides. Let's start there. Everything gets out of whack. Stress is the #1 killer. If you're stressed, if you're always angry, if you're always in this space where you're like, ramped up, your body is not gonna be at ease, at peace, like flowing with the flows and ebbs of life, you know? Not chilling and peaceful. Your body's gonna be feeling sick and like pissed off and like dirty. Who wants that? Come on. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? If you're about to lose your shit over something, why don't you just stop and think to yourself that you matter more? I matter more than this. I'm not gonna let this stress me out. Are you serious? No. Anyway, another thing I suggest you do is start meditating. Get into your like mantras, like I am okay, everything is fine, I'm gonna deal with this. Or if this is ending, this is something that needs to end. Who am I to determine what happens next? The universe knows. I'm chilling. You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, just chill. Sometimes things, we get riled up in situations and we end up looking dumb. I'm gonna keep saying it, because when you angry, you look stupid. We end up looking dumb. We end up like being irrational, and we just look crazy sometimes. Like, are you ever mad and then you stop and your emotions are like, see, you was tripping? Our emotions are at the top of our head. Whenever we are met with something, emotions are not logic. Emotions are an emotional response. Like, I'm mad, so I'm gonna say, oh my God. That's emotions, okay? So once something happens to you, it's always a good idea to just stop, process your emotions, and then logically explain how you're feeling. Logically handle this issue. Be aware that your emotions literally come out first. And they come out and they are like screaming and doing the windmill on people. And they're like, I'ma get you. But don't let them do it, okay? Don't let them do it. Stop, you look stupid. Just breathe, just breathe. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, don't lose your shit, okay? And if you need a song to help you through this moment, if you're still mad and angry and stuff, listen to, what's it called? There's a song that Janae made, and I listen to it all the time. It's about 6-7 minutes. Trigger Protection. Come now, come now, I am listening. It's a good song. About 6 minutes of breathing and like affirmations and mantras. It's like trigger protection. So listen to that song and relax. Don't get mad because you look stupid.